okay. My arm is going to ache by the end of this, like, really bad. So it's not just me. Beth is on Skype because obviously we can't be together. Beth's laughing at me. Why is she laughing at me?
Because it's weird.
This is what we look like, you do realise.
I know. It's cringy.
So, obviously we can't be together, and we haven't uploaded in forever. And this is my room. I've changed it round. And I'm sat on the floor because this is the best lighting, and Beth's got the light. I'll show you Beth now.
Hey.
You alright?
Yeah.
How's lockdown treating you?
What you think? It's shit.
True that.
It's like it's no different.
I know. How did I used to do YouTube on my own?
I don't know. I could never do it.
Hi.
Alright.
Yeah. You. What are we doing today, Beth? Wait, what are we doing today?
We're gonna talk about our performing arts stories.
Because that's how we met.
Yes, it is how we met, but we won't say the college just in case.
No. Look, that's me in the corner.
And all the names will be changed.
Yes. And we've got a list here. I've written a list.
Don't show the list.
I'm not, I'll just quick.
Okay.
And if you're wondering why I'm the one, Beth's not actually filming herself, it's because she doesn't have a camera. I have the camera. Even though technically it's your camera.
True that. It's our camera.
I know. But yeah. We just thought it would be we just thought it would be funny to recreate, like, tell some stories from performing arts, because it was the most eventful time of my life.
Oh my god, that's so sad.
We should probably explain that I'm going to explain what we did. So me and Beth did a BTEC, 1 year BTEC of performing arts, and then we both went on to the level 3, which was a 2-year performing arts course, and Beth left after a year, which we'll get on to. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to explain basically. Right, our first one we've written down is, on my notes, is Beth falling. Would you like to recount this story, Beth?
It's a confession. So basically, in performing arts, we had to make our own stage sometimes, and the stage consisted of like a metal square and then square woods, I would say.
Yeah, like a cue build, that's what it's called.
A cue build, and you just slot the wood in. So we were making the stage, just, I don't know how many lessons we were in, but it was quite new to us, and everyone was sitting down and chilling, mostly the people who wouldn't be doing the work. Lauren.
Shut up.
Who got told off for it once, that's another story. And everyone was sitting down, so I went to sit down thinking the wood was there. Oh no, it wasn't, and I fell through the metal stage, and I banged my head on the back of it. And I was concussed for I don't know how long, but I just remember everyone looking around me, and some people were laughing.
I laughed, and then I realised you actually hurt yourself.
Of course I hurt myself, I was concussed. So I literally got up, and I was a bit dizzy, I literally ran out the room crying.
And what did I do? I followed you out to make sure you were okay.
She did, and I was like, oh, I feel so stupid. And then it became a long-running joke until the day we left.
Like, do you remember when Beth fell through the cue build?
But yeah, some people weren't paying attention, and I remember one time when we had to do the stage, it was a few of us who actually did do the work, and Lauren and a particular group of people had to do it all themselves, and we were just like, well, this is great. I felt particularly smug that day.
Well, what we will explain later in the video is that I wasn't the greatest person in performing arts to Beth.
No?
To Beth, and yeah, and I like.
We're okay now.
Yeah, obviously we're okay now, but at the time,
we were just young.
Yeah, we were young. I was 16. Oh my god. I shut it up.
17.
So we were 16 and 17, and now we're 23 and 24. Like, we were young. Think of a name.
Bob.
No, it needs to be a girl's name.
Bobina.
Oh my god. Don't let Beth choose anything.
Elizabeth.
Alright, Elizabeth was a character. Oh, this is a throwing things and having tantrums.
Ah, okay then.
So Elizabeth, we were in a, so it was me, Beth, Jose, who we mentioned quite a few times, and Elizabeth, we will call her. We were a little foursome, and we were like best friends. We always hung out at like Beth's house, and the next thing we've written down is Elizabeth's tantrums. Is that what you would call it?
What?
Tantrums.
Yeah.
The reason why Beth is explaining most of these stories is because she has the memory of an elephant. Like, she can remember things detail by detail. So like,
Well, it's really weird.
so most of these Beth like remembered, and I was like, oh yeah. Beth has one particular memory where Elizabeth had a tantrum, and she's gonna tell that story.
Basically, we will talk about it soon, but we, at the end of BTEC, we got to do our own play, and it was god-awful. We were rehearsing, and we were, like, pretty much nearly ready to perform, and Elizabeth she was always having freaking tantrums about everything. And I don't know what set it off. Something set it off, but literally, she had probably one of the biggest tantrums. She was throwing the set around, and she broke a, what's it called? Like a coat stand. She nearly broke it in half because she threw it across the floor, and she had a massive freaking tantrum. No. But yeah, and at one point she flipped a table.
Yeah, that's the one that I remember, the table flipping.
She went absolutely bananas, and we were just like, what the hell we were going to do? We have to clarify as well, some of the people on our course, only like Lauren was probably the only, and another person, let's call him John, were the only sane ones on the course. The rest of us were a bit,
That was on our first year course.
Yeah, some of us were a bit special, you should say.
Because it was obviously like a level 2 BTEC, some of them, we can say it, I think. Some of them did have like, some of them did have like learning difficulties and stuff like that.
Me included.
No, you didn't. But like, quite a lot of them had like learning difficulties. And bearing in mind, I just come from school, and I like got into this room with all these people, and I was like, what have I got myself into? Like,
yeah, because I've been at college for like a year at this point because I did foundation learning, so I had special needs people in my group.
Yeah, so you were used to it, sort of.
I was used to, and someone from my course was actually on performing arts with me. Let's call her Hannah.
No, because that's another, no!
Jane, she was on my course, and who we always got mistaken for all the time. Because at this point I had really long blonde hair. Which is great. But no, yeah, because I had someone else on my course, and then she knew Jose, so I was kind of like, I felt quite comfortable because I already knew this person. I was like, okay, then I have a friend.
Next thing on our list brings us back to our last one, is our end of year, first year BTEC performance. What a shit show that was.
It really was. It could have been so good.
So we had the choice to do our own devised piece, or we could like do a script of an already made play.
Why did we even decide to do a room
That's what I was just going to say. Why did we, a group of people mainly with learning difficulties, decide to do a play that we have devised ourselves? We wrote the script and everything.
I mean, didn't Jose write the script?
I don't know.
Jose wrote the script, and it was quite good. He's like, Jose's the only one that's actually a professional actor.
Professional? He's good.
He's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Like, he was part of the company and everything. But yeah, we did our own piece, and it was a murder mystery. And tell them, I'll say who I played. I played the maid. Perfect casting.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth played the butler because she was obsessed with anime and cosplay. And she dressed as a male butler, because of course she did. Jose was.
How can you remember who everyone was? I can't remember.
I do.
All I can remember is who I was and you were.
Jose was an aristocrat who was who had a thing with the maid.
What? Why don't I remember this?
Even though he's gay, he was probably gay, but he was just using her for her position in the house. I don't know. It was weird. And Lauren played the daughter of the mom, who was like a lady.
Basically, I was a little princess.
Also, wasn't your name Elizabeth?
I think so.
Yeah, mine was May Ring because we were doing a Black Butler thing.
And I had this like person that I was in love with. Louis, and I had a picture of, because obviously I had to make the set and stuff, and then I had a picture of Louis Tomlinson from One Direction on my bedside table.
Also, I was her personal maid, even though I was like a general maid, my character was like her bloody personal slave.
What's new, hey Beth?
Also, when we got to make tickets...
Oh no, that's so mean! So they did this, and I didn't have any idea. Right. Say it again?
Basically, because all of our parents came to watch, and people from the other groups came to watch, and we gave the ticket Louis to someone who really liked Lauren. I won't say his name, but it was someone who really liked Lauren, and I really liked him too.
Oh God.
And we gave it to him because we were funny like that. But I'll talk about who was who. There was a girl. There was someone called. I'm trying to think of a name. I should have really thought about it. Let's call her Anne. She was Lauren's character's governess, which is like a teacher. There was another. Let's call her Betty.
Okay.
And she was the one who played Lauren's character's mum, who was like the lady of the house. And then Jane was the mum of Louis.
How can you remember this, Beth?
Memory like an elephant child. And then there was, what can we call him? John. Oh yeah, John. He was the detective who Lauren really liked.
I don't know who you're talking about yet.
And then there was the cook and the gardener who were, creepy. And then basically the whole plot was the nan of the house died, and we had to find out who killed her. And then at the end of the play, the butler killed us all.
Did she?
Yes, she killed us.
How do you
remember? We had to play dead.
No.
And then when the lights went off, I heard my mum go, "Oh God!" And I was like laughing on the sofa, like, ugh. But it was shit. It could have been so good.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it.
At the time.
The only good actors in it were you, me, Jose, and John. Like.
Yeah. But like, not true.
You were the only good.
But like,
Oh no, to be fair, Elizabeth wasn't that bad.
Yeah, no, she wasn't. But yeah, that was a situation that could have been a lot better than we made it.
Oh, we got the set. The set wasn't that bad.
No, the set was really good. We made all that ourselves. So our next one is Too Many Cooks in the Kitchen.
This was on our first year. Who made it from B-Tech onto the next level?
So, me, Jose, Beth and Elizabeth all made it onto... And what was his name? Jane and... Jane. Me, Beth, Jose, Elizabeth, Jane and John all made it onto the level 3, so that was the 2-year course. And when I say that, like we just said, that me and John were the only normal people on our 1-year course, well, let me tell you how that whole dynamic changed when we got onto the level 3 and it was me, Beth, John, so basically everyone that was cool in in level 3 in our first year went to the bottom of the pecking order, because when we got to the bottom of the pecking order when we joined level 3, because there was too many big personalities and we were not used to it, and we would, well, I like I said at the start, I got swept away in it. I didn't become like a...
Well, we should say at the beginning of the course we all were like one big happy family. Then
Yeah.
it kind of went downhill fast because Jose decided to date someone.
Oh yeah, so Jose and someone on our course dated, and then they split up and it all went to shit.
This point, me and Elizabeth fell out, so that kind of...
Oh yeah, we should probably point out that Beth and Elizabeth were like best friends. They were like this. They were like that.
People thought we were dating.
Yeah, people thought they were dating. And
John actually asked if we were dating at one point.
And they fell out, so that was not a great start. And
then the teachers tried to make me friends with her again because I was the only one that could control her. And that didn't go, we're friends now, because we both grew up, and well, she grew up more than me, but like they tried to make me friends with her again so I could control her, but then she got kicked off the course in the end.
So do you want to explain us, do you have a specific story about too many cooks in the kitchen?
Well, it's just a whole lot of things. Just whenever we try to do a piece or a performance, everyone was like, oh, you have to do it like this, you have to do it like that. Like, it just got like completely out of control because everyone wants to be the leader.
Yeah.
In particular, a girl called, I can't think of names anymore. Danny. She wanted to be the Queen Supreme of the. She wants to be the Queen Supreme of the course because unfortunately she was an okay actress, an okay dancer, and an okay singer. But when you do performing arts, where we did performing arts, she was kind of amazing in everything. But basically, in every group there was a Rachel, you know, like Rachel Berry from Glee.
Yeah.
So the year above us, there was a girl who was the Rachel, and then Danny was the Rachel, and then there was another girl in another course. No, basically, when we were in BTEC, there was this girl who was good at, she was actually really good at everything. She could sing, dance, do perform, like, do everything, and she was the Rachel. Then, when she left, the group above us, who was, you know who I'm talking about, Lauren.
Yeah.
I went to school with her, and she wasn't very nice to me. We'll talk about more her in a minute. But she was the Rachel, then Danny was the Rachel in our group, and then I expect it would have continued, but then the course went. But there was always a Rachel, and I think Bob was like a Kurt. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I'm just doing Glee reference here. We should just call him Kurt and Rachel.
I can't now. You've put me off. With him. For fuck's sake. Show me that again, Beth.
No, I'm not exposing myself.
It sounds like you did something really bad.
I had a lightsaber.
Right.
Private joke.
By the time Beth left, for the second year, I was the new Beth and Jane. So I got pushed to the bottom of the pecking order because I was very insecure about everything I did, and I didn't like dance, and I was just an anxious mess. What's new? And about everything on the course. So obviously everyone's like, well, she's shit, so she can't do anything. So on the last year, me, Bob, and we shall call her.
I'm a genius.
Me, Bob, and London were like a little threesome, and we were best friends, and we did everything together. Not everything, we did everything together. They would always work together. Always. It sounds like we're in primary school. They would always work together, and I would always be stuck with Sharon. Sharon is fine, but I would like to work with other people at some points. So next on our list is we gave the teachers a breakdown.
Well, not us
Not us
specifically.
personally, no.
Not our class. It was the ones above us. So.
Wait. Beth's going to explain this because she has a memory, you know, like an elephant.
Basically, when we did BTEC, we had a teacher. We didn't have him for very long, and
he was our acting drama teacher.
Yeah, he was really cool. I really liked him.
Yeah, he was cool.
And I had a little bit of a crush on him.
Well, this is new.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you. I did a tiny bit, but when we did BTEC, it was when we did BTEC. So not the group above us, but the other group above us, the ones who were like about to leave.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. It was the group above us at that point because
Yeah.
So the group above us, they're the ones who gave him a breakdown.
Mm. So explain the situation.
Well, they were just.
It was during Godspell.
Oh no, that's the other one. Right. So then, before he left, we had an assistant who would become our teacher then. So then we had to do freaking Godspell. Right, basically, performing arts, you got to do this big performance at the end. And the year before, they did Spamalot. They did Little Shop of Horrors. They did Sweeney Todd, and we were good. She had to perform at our local theatre, like a big theatre. But no, we didn't get to because the year before us messed up the stage somehow. So my dreams were crushed about performing on a stage, and so we had to do it in our college. And the room wasn't very big, was it, Lauren?
It was big, but it wasn't very big.
It wasn't like a theatre.
No.
It was shit. And the musical we got to do was Godspell. The worst musical known to man. Whenever I hear the songs, I still get like flashbacks.
Mm.
Day by day. So yeah, and we were like halfway through it, and
not even halfway through.
No, and the other two classes, not our class.
Because we were in the background being trees.
Yeah, basically, they were like being really. I don't know, they were just being disruptive. Whenever, literally, he would yell at us to shut up, and I would instantly shut up. But they were still like nattering in the corner, and I was like, shut up. And basically, they all gave him a breakdown, and we were like, shit, what are we gonna do now? So our teachers decided. Do you remember when
he just literally just walked out?
Oh yeah, basically he told us to be quiet, and the years above us, the two other classes were still like nattering, and he literally walked out, and we were just like, shit. Everything was like, guys, you already gave one teacher a mental breakdown. Don't give the assistant another. He wasn't even a teacher. He was his assistant.
Yeah.
And like, they gave him a fucking breakdown. Like, I felt so sorry for him. He was really nice. Also, Elizabeth liked him.
So, carrying on from this breakdown saga, we then obviously did not do Godspell. We did. I know, right? We did a festival of musicals.
Yeah, musicals throughout the ages.
We did it was like a festival theme, and everyone had to sit on like cushions, didn't they?
Mhm.
All the audience had to sit on cushions and stuff. It was weird.
Shit.
So Beth has the memory of an elephant, and she's going to tell you what the musicals were.
Well, because it was musicals throughout the ages, so we had Oklahoma.
Did you write it down?
Huh?
Did you write it down?
No, I just remember. We had Oklahoma, we had Chicago, we had... Our one was South Pacific.
I'm gonna wash that man right out of my head.
In a minute. We had Little Shop of Horrors, which I really liked. We had Mamma Mia, which Lauren really liked, and we got to be a part of as well. The Lion King, Rocky Horror, and then we had to do Godspell, obviously. And it was, I liked being part of Little Shop of Horrors because that's my favourite musical. So I got to be in the background with Lauren singing my heart out. And then we got to be part of Mamma Mia, which was a shit show. And me and Lauren got to be part of that as well. We did like a section from like the musical. So from Mamma Mia, it was like the wedding bit with the say I do,
I do, I do, I do, I do.
And we had to do South Pacific.
I'm gonna watch that man right out of my head. I'm gonna.
I wish I did behind the scenes stuff. I wish I did behind the scenes stuff. And me and Lauren were in the group, and then we had the Rachel. That was fun.
Who you went to school with?
And it was.
Oh no, they did cabaret as well.
Oh yeah, cabaret. Oh, that was not Chicago cabaret. That was it, not Chicago. I don't know why I said Chicago. It was cabaret. My mistake. And yeah, it didn't go well.
I had an iconic line.
Oh what? It was
this big.
Yeah, it was a crap show.
And I was not the nicest person to Beth, which, why is she still my friend? Like, so there was one incident where I wasn't very nice to Beth, and Becca's going to recount that for you.
Let's start from the beginning. Basically, nothing's changed now. Back then, I would like any guy who gave me attention. Nothing's changed. We already talked about how I liked the guy that really liked Lauren. And there was this guy called, let's call him Chris.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris, because we did physical theatre, we picked up. Chris was the only one that could pick me up apart from Jose, and I got to feel his abs, so I was instantly infatuated with him. And it pursued to me adding him on Facebook, and we would talk, and I thought we were like flirting, and then one day he, I don't know why, probably because he felt so sorry for me, asked to meet me up. I would say that, asked to meet me up at a park to go around, and it kind of went well. It was kind of awkward. It's just all in my head that, oh, he must really like me. Then I told Lauren, and before the whole saga happened, we had a performance, and when we were waiting to go on, we were like talking, and I was trying to flirt and everything, and then we had to go backstage to go on, and I was like flirting with him, and Lauren gave me the most, what the fuck look are you doing there? And then I wasn't there for some reason, and I told Lauren about this meeting. And do you want to continue the saga now, Lauren?
What do you remember? That's what I'm interested in.
I remember you saying that you spoke to him about what happened at the park, and then that I liked him, I think. And then he promptly said, no, I don't like her, in the nicest way possible. And that's kind of it, and I was really, really pissed off at you.
Well, I remember he said another bit, but,
Oh?
I definitely told you.
Oh, did you will you say what you said to him? You say your side of the story.
Obviously, because I was... I feel so mean.
You tell Lauren, it's fine.
So, basically, I think we were generally talking just about stuff, me and Chris. And then I was like, oh, so you met with Beth in a park. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, how did it go? Because I already knew everything. But I was like, how did it go? And he was like, yeah, it was good. It was a bit awkward, but it was good. And I was like, so do you like her? And she was like, I just straight out said it, like, so I was like, do you like her? And he was like, no, in the nicest way possible, no. The main reason why I'm out with her because like I felt sorry for her. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't expect that. And then in my head, I was like, I'm going to be a good friend and tell Beth. Would you rather I lied to you and said, would you rather I lied to you and just say I didn't say anything to him?
I don't know. The thing is, like, that was like my second, like, rejection ever because of the whole, you remember in school when I said about that thingy we do that.
Well, what I was trying to do was get the inside scoop and him being like, yeah, I really like her. But it didn't work like that.
No, I mean, I've honestly felt like a total tip trying to flirt with him. Because up to that point, I think I had like one boyfriend. Did I? Was I going?
No, you weren't.
No, I didn't even have my first kiss then.
So like Beth, when this is like back then, anytime a guy would look at, she'd go red all the time.
Oh my god, yes, all the time.
She was shy, like everything.
Because the only reason I liked the guy that liked Lauren was because at an event he danced. Do you remember that?
No.
Do you remember when?
Oh yeah.
And then danced with me, and then I became infatuated with him, even though he liked you. I tease Lauren about it now because I know how much it makes her feel guilty, and I love it.
I genuinely, like, I don't know what has changed in me. Like, I probably, maybe I've just grown up, but,
Yeah.
but like, back then, I would feel no guilt, and I would just be like, yeah, whatever. And now, I would literally this morning, I stood on my cat's foot, and I had to, like, I just had to shower him with love, because I felt so guilty that I stood on his foot. Like, and yesterday we planned this yesterday, and then Beth was, we were talking about how much of a bitch I was to Beth, and all day yesterday I just felt awful. Like,
aww.
I know.
You know I don't mean it. I just like tease.
I know. We got one on here that Beth wanted. Well, I don't know if you still want to. It's like after performing arts. What do you want to say?
Well, no, I was just saying about how you know, yesterday I was saying about when you bumped into Sharon.
Yeah. I'll tell you that story. So, Beth has not spoken to anyone apart from me and Jose. Pretty much.
I want Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, me, Jose and Elizabeth. Beth is the only, but out for Beth, me, Elizabeth and Jose are the only people she's stayed in contact with. Whereas, for the first year after I left, which was 2016, I kept in contact with London and Bob. And that was it. And then, like, we were really, really good friends, we met up and stuff. And then they all went off to uni. I didn't really see from them again, and I occasionally see Bob. Me and Bob occasionally meet up because we live in the same town. We occasionally meet up, but that's about it. And the other day, it was really weird because I was with your mum.
Yeah, it was not the other day. It was like months.
It was months ago now. I think
I physically saw you.
The last time I saw, no, it was the second last. It was the second time before that. So basically,
Okay.
when I go to Beth's, her dad takes me home because I can't drive, and like Beth's dad takes me home. And this one time, it was like maybe in March. Beth's mum came with her dad this time, and Beth, why didn't you come?
I actually can't remember.
Oh, anyway, they were taking me home, and on the way to my house there's pets at home, and me and Beth's mum were just walking around, like, just looking at all the animals and looking at pet food and whatever Beth's mum wanted to get, and I bumped into Sharon, and I was like, oh, this is weird, this is Beth's mum. And then we were having a chat, and she was like, so Lauren, what are you up to now? And I was like, nothing, literally nothing. She's gone to uni, and then I was like, we were just talking about jobs and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, yeah. And she was like, oh, I see you and Beth are trying to become new famous YouTubers, and I was like, oh, how embarrassing. I've got a question to end the video on for you, Beth, and I'll answer it as well, but it's a two-parter.
Okay.
What was your best and worst moment of the whole college performing arts experience?
Best moment. Honestly, it was just me and you and Jose.
Yeah.
I'm becoming really, really close with you.
Yeah.
And my worst moment was everything. My worst moment was not being able to give chance to shine, because I thought everyone deserved, even the people, even like Jane and Elizabeth and all the ones before, you know who I'm talking about. I think everyone should have gotten a chance to shine. I feel that was really unfair that we never got the chance to shine, did we? Maybe in our BTEC performance, and we did, but we never got the chance. I think everyone should get the chance to shine, because our teacher just focused on Rachel and all them lots so they could shine, and we just kind of got pushed to the back, and that was really unfair. Like, I thought we could have at least, because the whole thing of performing arts is to learn, and we never got the chance to learn how to, like, hold the audience and convey everyone's attention and all that stuff. Like, we never got the chance. I don't know, this is getting like deep and emotional now.
Well, you've probably said what I was gonna say, but for my answers. My best part was probably, I've got two.
Okay.
Meeting you and Jose, because like, obviously, it was self-explanatory. And I look back at it now and I realise, I don't know how to explain this. I look back at it now and I realise it wasn't that great, but at the time it felt like the best time of my life. Like, I literally, that's the happiest I have ever been. Camera cut me off, sorry. But it was like friendships and memories that I made with people in my last year, and like just stuff that happened. It was like just really fun. Worst part of what Beth said, like, I really wish we did get the chance to shine. And my other worst bit would probably be, I went through, you weren't there, so it must have been the second year, I went through a phase where I lost all my confidence in dance and I didn't go in for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Every Monday or every time we had dance, I just didn't go in, and I wish I didn't waste, like, I wish I went in, because now I wasted that time that I had at college. You know what I mean? Out of everything though, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't not have done it. If I could go back, I'd do it all again. Would you?
Unfortunately, yes.
Disclaimer: we don't hate any of these people. Well, I don't. For myself.
I don't hate anyone either.
Genuinely, I don't hate anyone. It's just funny to recount these stories because it was literally mad. Like, every day would be something different. Another drama, another thing. So yeah. Thanks. This is such a long video.
Well, you have to bleep things out because you kept saying the real name.
I know. Right.
Should we end it?
We say that every time.
Can we please put that on the top? What are you doing?
I'm ending it. Let's go.
Where?
I don't know. Nowhere. We can't go anywhere, Beth. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the tea. Thanks. Subscribe, please. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.